All right, y'all. So y'all already know that every once in a while I have to give you some Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of content because my name is Avatar Adrian, and there is not really a lot of new Avatar stuff to talk about. So we got to go back in the archives and we got to talk about this fight with Zaheer. We got to talk about it. I couldn't remember if I did a video on this fight before because it's so iconic. So hopefully I didn't. But either way, whatever. We talking about it. We talking about it. Zaheer is very iconic. He was a very badass villain. I loved every single fight scene with his ass in it, even though he pissed me off so goddamn bad. And I'm gonna tell you why he pissed me off. He captured the Avatar. He captured Korra, dumbass. He captured Korra ass. And by this point, Korra had been getting her ass kicked so goddamn bad throughout this entire thing, throughout this entire season. I was like, yo, Korra, get up, bro. And she was infected with poison. They got her good, right? So Miss Mama's over here, and I call her the goddamn Azula of waterbending. She gonna send out the first strike. And if you remember, they wanted the poison to get Korra so fucked up that she would have no choice but to stay in Avatar state. And once she stayed in Avatar state, they were going to off her ass and end the Avatar cycle. Now, she was chained up like this, and it was really cool when she started tugging on that chain. I say, yo, what's happening? Yo, what's happening? She earthbending the fuck out this shit, and she slammed that shit. Let me tell you something! I was like, yo, she's free, bitch. And then you got your ass dragged, slammed onto the wall, and that's it. He looking over here like, yo, what happened to my good sis? Bitch, you need to pay attention because you're next. Korra started lava bending, and then at the same time airbend that shit over to their ass, send a whole tidal wave of lava to their ass, and his ass, even though he bended lava, he was shook still. I was like, yeah, my girl is getting out. My girl's getting out. This shot right here was so cool when she leaned back and then she went forward with them. She looked like a fucking rocket this whole fight. I was gagging. I'm telling you, I was gagging. So then when she came down and started whipping these rocks, these boulders around like they were fucking floating Stonehenge or some shit and got their ass together, I was like, y'all need to think of something quick because Korra's fucking pissed. And as much as I be shading, I got my reasons to shade Aang and to shade Korra, but when they both got in it, when them eyes start glowing, even sometimes Korra's Avatar state, I was like, yo, what's going on with that? You know? Sometimes I was like, is this really the Avatar state? But when she really got into it, she's a hothead. And I just love that you can see her personality in a way that she bends. Look at her breathing fire. She was pissed by this time. And we kind of all were, like I said, we all were. Korra had been down bad. And then on top of that, she got poisoned, like I said. So Zaheer is taking off and getting out of here. And Korra said, you know what? Not so fast. Not so fast, strong chin. Not so fast, shoebox chin built ass Zaheer. And she took off. I love because I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender franchise don't do it that often. But when they do allow like firebenders to blast off like rockets, it's just the right amount of times that they do it in the series, and it's just the right amount of deliciousness when it happens. So she takes the fuck off, okay? And I'm telling you, I don't even think I breathed this whole sequence. It was just, that's what I'm talking, when I talk about like fights, I don't care if it's anime, I don't care if it's live action, like superpowered fights, bitch, this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. So, okay, we just gonna skip to when Korra and cause they were flying through this fucking tunnel. And when they got outside of it is when I started gagging even more. I say, no, God. So, of course, Korra bursts out of there like the bad bitch that she is. She going after his ass with, rocks. She's using everything. She's using everything. But she tries to get on his ass, and he was like, girl, do you really think? Bitch, he flips her ass over, and she lands on it. Tenzin's over here watching because that's all Tenzin do. That's all Tenzin be fucking doing. He just watch and get his ass beat. No shade. And when Korra came down this motherfucker like it was a big ass stripper pole, she came sliding down that hole. I say, yeah, let's get to fighting. I don't know, this reminded me so much of Aang versus the Fire Lord, like the final battle, because of the terrain, you know, and the pillars of stone. But when she's encircled around that hole and she airbent that shit and tossed it as Zaheer. And then she's going like the whole time they were in the air. And the fact that Zaheer can fly so easily, it was just so cool to watch the difference in how they maneuver the air, right? Because Zaheer is floating and spinning and tossing like easily, like a feather in the wind. And Korra's fucking pissed. Like she's blasting off like a rocket on this hole, like slamming into the ground again and blasting off one more time. Like that's how she flies through the air. It was so cool because she could have used air, but she's just so pissed. You see what I'm saying? Hey, do you see what I'm saying? She's just so pissed that she has to use that. It's just fire. And even this right here, where she's like skating along the ground, but with these fire rockets coming out of her feet and hands while trying to dodge Zaheer's air attacks. Get into it, bitch. I mean, it didn't last for long because she kind of tripped and got fucked up. But it was here where I was like, do Korra think that she Miley Cyrus or some shit with this wrecking ball that she's about to toss with this wrecking ball that she's about to toss onto Zaheer's ass. And when this was happening, I was like, yo, that's a big ass shadow. Like, what is Zaheer gonna do? And Zaheer gonna do what Zaheer gonna do. He literally dodged that shit, came flying out of it. And then it's just, I love it because you don't have to even give me no explanation as to why water is randomly here, like flowing water is randomly in the middle of these dry ass, dead ass stone pillars and shit. I don't care, because Korra came out and started water bending his ass, and it was so sickening because she didn't just try to splash his ass out of the air, right? She was like, yo, I'm gonna hit your ass, I'm gonna tag your ass, and then I'm gonna put an icicle on your stupid ass with them ugly ass shoes that you, what are those? Zaheer, what are those? Them ugly ass shoes that your ass got on. So not only did I disorient your stupid ass with a water attack, but I'm weighing you down with this ice that's on your foot. And she was like, yo, I got you now, and blasted off. I was like, yes, that's my girl. That's my girl. But of course, he just breaks that shit off and keeps it moving. Now, you know, we can't really be examining the powers too hard, because I feel like if someone froze your fucking foot, it's not like a glass case. Like, ice is not just like a glass case where you just smash that shit and everything's fine. Like, your foot is now fucked up, you know, because it's frozen. So I don't know. Either way, we could all talk about that. But yeah, so here is the moment, because here I am, like, I know that she's poisoned, I know that she's struggling, but I'm like, yo, you got him, you got that ice on his fucking foot. He's falling, you're blasting off. You got it, mamas. You got. And as soon as she was about to land the final blow, that poison took over her ass and she got fucked up. It was bad. And at that moment, I'm like, yo, like, you could. I think it worked so well because as the audience, we were so frustrated by this fucking point. Like, Korra, can you win something? My God, like, you know, and honestly, like I said, I shade her, but she went through a lot, right? So I was just really frustrated for her in this moment, and you could feel how frustrated she was. She was just like, fuck. If she could, if Nickelodeon allowed her ass to cuss, she would be cussing, okay? And it doesn't matter how much she tried. It doesn't matter how much bending she tried to do. Zaheer tagged that ass, and he was about to kill her in the same way that he had killed the Earth Queen, right? Yeah, with this damn, literally sucking the air out of her fucking lungs, which is why I just feel like all these damn bendings, whatever type of bending, can be very dangerous. It just takes the right crazy mind to use it. You know, water, blood bending, air, sucking the air out your lungs. I'm sure Earth can, if you really wanted to, can manipulate some of the chemicals within our bodies. Fire is just crazy as hell regardless. So it's just like unique ways of using especially, I can only imagine trying to do that while also like trying to maintain your rating for the kids and stuff. But either way, at this moment, I was so pissed because I was like, bitch, are you serious? Are you serious? But at the same time, I remember that the kids were down there doing something. I was like, okay, so what they doing? Child, they had Zaheer spinning around in a tornado, girl. I mean, it was just, Zaheer was over here like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? And even when he was trying to survive, he was like, no, you know, I'll survive, but at the same time, I need to accomplish my mission. I got to take the fucking avatar. He really thought he was going to fly away, right? Child, I don't know what came over Korra, I don't know what happened, but I guess maybe she was watching some Justice League or some shit. She really thought she was somebody's fucking Wonder Woman. She lassoed that motherfucker with an entire chain and brought him down to the ground. It's just, this entire fight gave me so much life. You know, it took you through so many emotions. It showed you how much power Miss Mama's really got when she pissed. Even while she was poisoned, she put up a really good fight to not be at 100%. And especially for it to be against Zaheer. Zaheer is nothing to play with. Zaheer is absolutely nothing to play with. So yeah, I think she did well. Especially for what she was facing. I think she did very well. But I honestly am dying for some more like Avatar content. I'm very impatient. I know there's like a couple projects in the works. I've already talked about, if you could check out some of the videos that I've done on Avatar on this channel, because there's some projects that are happening we already know about, but I'm dying for some more, man. Like it's just so good. It's just so good. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will check y'all out later.